Wildcard weekend was disappointing, to say the least, with Saturday's games being the worst. Houston hosted Cincinnati. They won 19-13, but only one offensive touchdown was scored in the entire game. Andy Dalton was awful, threw for 14 of 30 passing, 127 yards and a pick, smiling like an idiot every time the camera was on him, which drove me nuts. And if it wasn't for Leon Hall's interception, pick six, the game wouldn't even be close. You have to give credit to Houston's D, who pressured Dalton all night long, and held Green Ellis to 63 yards rushing. On offense, Schwab moved the ball around perfectly, hitting tight ends underneath. The Bengals just couldn't stop it, and Arian Foster ran wild for 140 yards. The Texans did have trouble scoring in the red zone, though. They kicked a bunch of field goals, just couldn't seem to find the goal line, so what do you do? The late game was even more disgusting, as Minnesota and Green Bay was over before it even started. Christian Ponder did not play. In goes Joe Webb. And before the game, all the announcers were going, oh, Green Bay didn't have time to prepare for Webb. But Webb can't throw the ball, and it was evident. The first drive of the game, Minnesota looked wicked. They marched down the field, all running plays. Then Green Bay just packed the line, and it was game over. Aaron Rodgers picked them apart, hit 10 different guys with passes. It didn't matter. AP had 99 yards rushing, but the story was Webb, and he didn't really have a chance. Didn't throw a pass all season. He was 11 for 30 for, I think it was 180 yards, so he didn't have a shot. Minnesota's D played well, but they were on the field the whole game, so eventually Sunday's games were just as bad. Baltimore hosted Indy. Joe Flacco returned to Pro Bowl form. 282 yards, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions. Bernard Pierce and Ray Rice rumbled for 173 yards on the ground, as Indy's D crumbled. The Ravens' D, on the other hand, were healthy, and it showed. 3 sacks, a forced fumble, and an INT. Indy just couldn't put anything together. Andrew Luck did his best, but he was getting hurried all day. Ray Lewis had 9 tackles, and that's going to be his last game in Baltimore because he says he's going to retire after this season. But the real star of the game, Anquan Boldin, receiver for Baltimore, 5 receptions for 145 yards, including a breathtaking over-the-back catch that was just wicked. Last game of the weekend started off well. Washington scores 14 in the first quarter. Seattle answers back in the second with 13 of their own. Third quarter, goose eggs. Fourth quarter, Seattle's up 7. RG3 has the ball on his own 10, gets the ball headed to him, fumbles it, goes to pick it up, blows his knee out. He was struggling all day. You can see him limping around out there, but still battling it out. May not return till September. Has to get total reconstructive surgery on that, so not good for him. Marshawn Lynch ran the ball amazingly, 132 yards and a TD, while Russell Wilson did his thing, stayed composed, 187 yards through the air with a touchdown to go along with 67 rushing yards. Next weekend better be a little bit better, because this weekend of football, maybe we want to watch tennis. Saturday, we've got the Ravens at the Broncos, and then the Packers visit San Francisco. Sunday, we've got Seattle at Atlanta, and then Houston goes back to New England. Let's hope for some better football this weekend, please.